My dear students, welcome to my YouTube channel Education for Success. Today we are going to talk about the physics topic that is regarding the measurements. Now we are going to start this topic. In this topic, what are our objectives? For example, first of all, we will know the different units, for example SI units, and we are going to find the different devices which are used to measure the different units. For example, we start with the length. When you are going to talk about the length, it means that you are going to find the distance between 2 points. How to find the distance between 2 points? For that you need a unit, and along with the unit you need a device which can be used to measure that distance. Now for example, if you are talking about the length, then there are different devices used to measure the length depending on the size of the length. For example, if you are taking the small size, then you can take the ruler, or you can take the meter scale. The meter scale is 1 meter long, so normally in physics they are using 1 meter, or they are using the meter. So it means that they are talking about meter stick, that is 1 meter long. 1 meter long means 100 centimeter, because 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters. You can see it from here. Now if the distance is long, so you can use the measuring tape, and then you can also use another device which is use laser. Now let's see some precautions which you should take while you are reading a meter rule or you are reading a measuring tape. So let's start. What are those precautions you should keep in your mind? Number one, that is also known as parallax error. It means that while you are taking the reading, your eye should be at right angle to the point which you want to read. For example, if you are reading from this side or you are reading from this side, it means that there are chances of some error, because if you follow these lines, so these lines are making just like 1 centimeter or 1 millimeter difference. So if you are going to read any reading, so your eye should be above, right above that point which you want to read, to avoid the parallax error. This term you used a lot, parallax error, maybe you studied this one. This parallax error means that your eye should be at 90 degree to that point. If it is not there, there are some chances you can get a wrong reading. For example, you can see here what is the correct reading, that is 4.8 centimeter, but if you are taking from this side, might you will take 4.7, and if you are going to take from this side, it will be 4.9. so be careful why you are taking the reading. Second thing, if you can see here, for example, you want to find a diameter of small bead, or you can say lot of beads, but you need the diameter of only a single bead or single ball. For that, it is very easy. Instead, you are going to find the diameter of one. You just arrange them in this order in a line, and at least 9 or 10. After that, keep a ruler here or anything which can make them hold, and one is here, and with the ruler you can take the total length from here till this point. You can see. Okay, now count the number of balls you kept. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. For example, 12, if the distance is 12 meter, just I'm giving an example, or I'm supposing that thing. For example, if the distance from here till this point is 12 centimeter, and how many balls are there? 12 also. So you can divide the total distance over total balls, so you will get the diameter of one. So this technique can be used to find the diameter of a small ball if you don't have micrometer screw gauge. For example, if you have the micrometer screw gauge, so no need to do all this stuff. This stuff is done if they are provided with only the ruler. So then you can use this method. Another thing, if you want to find the diameter of a wire, if you see here, so it is quite obvious. If you are going to make only one turn for this one, so maybe there are some chances for the error. But if you are going to take more than 5 or more than 6 number of turns, and you can start from, mark this point and mark this ending point, means first you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending point, then you mark the starting point, then you mark the ending then you are going to mark this ending point. After that you can unwrap all this thread, and after that you can put a ruler over it and find the total distance from this point to this point. For example, whatever the distance, then count the number of turns: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then divide by 8, so you will get the distance of one turn. Okay, now the last thing I want to say, that whenever you are going to take a reading in physics, chemistry, or any subject experiment, so there is a precaution you will find always, that repeat the experiment. Why we are going to repeat the experiment? Because we want to find an average value. Because if you are doing an experiment only one time, there are chances of error. If you are going to repeat it more than 2-3 times, so then you can find the average value, which will be the best answer for you. Again, when you are talking about the reading, for example, here you can see that when you are going to take the reading, even from this vertical side, your eye level should be on the same height where is the reading, for example at 90 degree, to avoid the parallax error. And sometime in physics they are asking a question in paper 6, that how you can make sure that the meter rule is horizontal. Meter rule is horizontal completely. For that you have the square set in your geometry box. No need to perform the experiment. You can draw this diagram to make sure that this meter rule, this yellow color, it is horizontal position. For that, in modern days now they're using this bubble level. So this is also used in most of the Android or this iPhone devices. You will find this app. You can put your phone and you can find it is 100% horizontal or not. So in physics we are not going to use this bubble level. You will use this type of arrangement of the apparatus, in which you are going to find the meter rule is horizontal or not. Now we are going to talk about the micrometer screw gauge. This is a small device which is used to find the diameter of the things. For example, they are small and they are round shape, because meter rule or small ruler cannot be used to find that one. Even for the small wire you can use this one, because it is used to find the diameter of very tiny things. Now if you see the construction of this micrometer screw gauge, you'll find two scales. Number one, this is the main scale, which is in millimeters, and this is the thimble scale, or sometimes it's known as micrometer scale. Now if you see this ratchet, this is used to screw, or to make, you can say that, to make it tight. Whenever you have this ball and you want to fix inside, so you move this one, and then if you move it to right, it will come closer. If you move it to left, mean you move it anti-clockwise, it will go away, mean it will loosen. And if you are going to make it clockwise, it will make it tight. Okay, now when you are going to take the reading, so now you should take something in your mind. For example, first of all, see the scale. What is the scale given here? And see the unit. It can be millimeter, it can be centimeter. You should take care of these things. After that, now if you see, it's starting with 0, and then you see 5. It means 1 2 3 4 5. It means these upper lines, they are showing 1 millimeter. 0 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter, and here is the 5 millimeters. And the downward lines, they are showing 0.5 millimeter. For example, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. So you should take care of each line and you should know what they are representing. Now for example, here if you want to take the reading from this scale, so what is the reading here? For example, you can see 5, okay, sure. After that 6, sure. After that 6.5, you can see here, sure, you are sure about that one. But there is a small thing after 6.5 which you are not clear, because there is no more smaller lines which you can measure. So what you will do here, okay, 6.5 you will write here. For example, here 6.5, you are sure that this is 6.5. Got it? Okay, after that's the remaining distance between after 6.5 and this the scale, you have to read these lines. You can see here 10, 15, 20 and 25. Now I'm going to enlarge the picture so you can get a better idea. Okay, now see here, if we see the other lines here, 15, 16, 17, 18, so we have to see which line exactly on this line, which line coinciding. For example, the lines coming from here, can you see this line, the middle line here, and then from which line which going to coincide with this one. So here when you see this one, so you will find, for example, here they took line number 18. Line number 18 is over this line, this side. So what you will do, 18 multiply by 0.01. Why? Because these scales are representing the hundredth parts of a millimeter. So when you are taking any line, for example here 18, so you will just divide 18 by 100, or in other words you can say 18 multiplied by 0.01. Got it? Okay, now when you take this one, so it is equal to 0.18 millimeter. Now what was the reading we were sure on this scale? That was 6.5. And what is the reading we are getting from this scale? That is 0.18. Combine both of them, you will get the answer, that is 6.68 millimeter. This is the method how to read a reading from a micrometer screw gauge. Once again, the main scale, be careful, whatever here find the unit, you have to follow that one. After that, you have to see each line representing what. For example, here each line is representing 1 millimeter above lines, and down lines are representing 0.5 millimeter. So here this is 6.5, but there is some distance even after 6.5 that we are going to find from this side, mean which line exactly on this line. For example, here line number 18, divide line number 18, or the 18 divided by 100, you will get this 0.18, add to this one. So this is the method how you are going to read the reading from a micrometer screw gauge. In IGCSE, GCSE, O level, you will find this type of question, so no need to worry, it's very simple. Sometimes they're going to ask the thickness of a sheet. Now if you are going to find the thickness of one sheet, it will be quite difficult, because sometimes if you are using the micrometer screw gauge and you put the paper here, maybe you are going to press this screw from here, it will press the thickness also. So instead of taking the thickness of one paper or one sheet, you can take the thickness of 16, 20 sheets. Whatever the thickness you will get here, whatever the reading you will get here after putting this one here, whatever the reading, for example here you are getting 6.68 millimeter, so you can divide it by number of sheets and you can get the answer for one sheet. So in IGCSE paper 6 you will find this question also. Now sometimes they have given you this diagram. In this diagram they are asking that find the diameter of this ball. Now if you see, there are two wooden boxes, and if you see this box, what is the ending point of this box? It's above 4. But before going to make any reading, see the scale. What is that? Centimeters. So whatever the scale given, you have to follow that one. Now here the starting point, they mark it x1, and the ending point, that is x2. Whenever you have any type of question in which the reading is not starting from 0, like here the reading is starting from 4 and ending at a different number, so please keep in your mind, just you have to take the initial point and the final point. Always initial point and the final point, regardless from wherever it is starting, from 0, from 0.5. So you have to keep this thing in your mind. starting and ending point. So if they want to find the distance or the length of this ball, so final minus initial. So what is the final? 7. What is the initial? 4. When you're going to subtract them, what you will get? 3. 3 is the answer. So this trick you should be careful. Sometime they are starting from maybe 0.5 and they are ending, let's say, at 3, and student will not see where it is ending. They are jump on the final here and they write the answer. So please be careful. We are going to see this thing in the question which we are going to solve after this theory. After that, you have the measurement of mass. In the measurement of mass, you have different units which are used. For example, ton, kilogram, gram, milligram. The SI unit for the mass is kilogram. So there are 1000 grams in 1 kilogram. The devices which are used to find, that is top and balance, which is used to find the mass. Now we will talk about the measurement of the volume. When you're talking about the volume of a liquid especially, so you have to keep some things in your mind. First of all, see the unit. For example, there are different units used for liter, milliliter, cubic centimeter. So please keep in your mind, there are 1000 milliliters in 1 liter and there are 1000 cubic centimeters in 1 liter. It means that 1 millimeter or 1 cubic centimeter, they are the same thing. Got it? But here we are going to talk about some precaution you should take while you are taking the reading. Because in paper 6, that's not practical based in IGCSE. So mostly the student, they are given to the diagram which you have to follow. You will find the level of the liquid in the measuring cylinder. When you're talking about the level of the measuring cylinder, it's known as meniscus. Known as meniscus. Whenever you see water in a glass, so you will find two meniscus, upper meniscus and down meniscus. Always you have to take the down one. When you see a water or any liquid inside a glass container, it will form two meniscus. How? I will show you now. See this diagram. Now here there is a liquid inside this glass container. You can say measuring cylinder. Can you see these two? This is line, one edge is here, other edge is here, this one. So these are meniscus. This is bottom meniscus or down meniscus, and this is known as top meniscus. When you are going to take the reading, always take the down meniscus. Always take the down meniscus. So that is, the students are making mistake. They are just taking the upper meniscus. So whenever you have the liquid, you have to take the down meniscus. But very interestingly, but if you have a mercury, as a liquid inside a glass container, you will take the upper meniscus. So always when you have the mercury, you will take the top meniscus, and you have all other liquid, you will take the down meniscus. And in the measuring cylinder, please be careful what scale is given here. Mostly they are given the cubic centimeter, but before writing the answer, check the unit and find the answer according to this unit. Now we'll talk about the measurement of time. For that, you are using the stopwatch to find that one, in which you can find the hours, minutes, seconds, even the milliseconds, and sometime micro or nanosecond. So the SI unit for the time is second. While I'm going to explain this one, you can pause the screen in the video and you can go through all these precautions and all this theory, which I'm going to skip because you can read it later on. I'm just highlighting the main points. After that, you have the time period. The time period is a time taken for a thing to complete its one complete oscillation or the vibration. Now for example, here you have this pendulum. This pendulum, if it is not moving, this is its rest position. You can see my cursor here, so that is its rest position. If I will take it on this side at B and then I leave it, it will come back and it will not stop here due to its momentum, and it will go to A. Again from A it will go back to B. So what do you mean by the time period? Time period means the time taken for this bob going from A to B, then again coming back from B to A. Once again, the time taken of the bob from A to B and then B to A, this total time is known as time period. How to find the time period for a pendulum? You have all these procedure. For that, it's very difficult to find the time period of a pendulum by taking only one oscillation. You have to take more than one oscillation, for example 20 or 10 oscillation. For example, you take the ball here and then you will leave it here. Then when you, before leaving, for example here, start the stopwatch. Okay, for example, okay, we'll start for your more ease, we'll start from here. At A, I start the stopwatch, it's going to be one oscillation, two oscillation, three oscillations, four oscillations, five oscillations, six oscillation. Like this we will find the time for, let's suppose, 20 oscillations or 20 complete swings. Then right here, for example, you are taking for 20, write the total time. Let's say it took 30 seconds, write the total time here, and then the number of oscillations whatever you are taking and divide them, then you will get the time period for one oscillation. That will be more accurate instead of taking the one time for one oscillation. So here they have given the length. This L means this length, the length of the string. If the length of the string changes, it can also change the time period, because time period depends on the length and depends on the mass of this bob. For example, if you see here, now what is the length here? 20, 40, 60. As the length increasing, the time period is also increasing. If you want to draw this in a graph form, for example here, this is the length and this is the time period, so you can see they are directly proportional to each other. Got it? So you can see here there are different readings were taken here, and as the length is increasing, the time period is increasing. But the main thing is this formula. If you can see it here, whenever you are going to find the time period for one oscillation, you have to follow this procedure. Now there are some work examples which already solved, so you can go through them and you can solve them. Answers are given here, but there are some questions also. You are going to complete it, and if you have anything you can write in the comment. By the same way you are going to find the answer for this one and answer for all these questions. So I'm just moving them slowly, and you can go and find the answer for all these, and then when you're going to solve these questions, you can pause the screen. For example, this question, you can pause the screen here. I'm going to enlarge it for you. For example, this one, so you can take the reading from this scale and this scale also, and after that you have these measuring cylinders here. You can take the reading from here. For you, I can make it enlarged so you can take the reading more easily. So while again I'm saying, while you are taking the reading, so you can make it pause and then you can take the reading, then write the answers here. Same from here, same from here. Got it? So I hope you are going to solve these questions, and if you have any answer which you think that you are doubted about that one, you can just write in the comment. I'm going to answer those questions. Now we are going to solve the some IGCSE question, especially some multiple choice question that can make your understanding better. Okay, now we are going to start our multiple choice question regarding the topic, the measurements we took today. And now there will be 16 questions, and the time I just put like 20 minutes. You are going to solve those questions. And if okay, now we talk about the first question, that in the diagram you can see they have given a feather and you have to find the length of the feather. For that, you have to use the same thing which I told you, that if it is not starting from 0 and it is starting from other point, you have to take the first point and the last point. Again, I'm telling you that when something is not starting from 0 or even starting from 0, so always take the initial reading and the final reading. To make more clear, I will enlarge this one. Now see here, you can assume here that is starting from 1, and here it is 2.9, you can say, because there is no other lines before that. So let's say this is starting is 1 and ending is 2.9. So if you are going to subtract them, 2.9 minus 1, it will be 1.9. But this, sometimes they play a tricky game, that if you see here, this is millimeter, this is centimeter. It means the down lines they are showing the centimeter, above lines they are showing the millimeter. Got it? So now before we are taking it 1, now it is 10, this is 20, this is the 30. You got my point? So these are the some kind of mistakes student make it. This is 10, not 1. This is 20, this is 30, but what? Millimeter. And down is centimeter. Got the point? So be careful when you are taking the readings. So now if you talk about centimeters, so it is 1 and here it is 2.9. So if the answer is given in centimeter, so it should be 1.9. Can you find 1.9 centimeter here? No. It means that the answer, it will be in millimeter. They mixed here. Can you see here? First two answers in millimeter, the other answer in centimeter. So what you have to do, you have to find the right answer in both units and then try to find the right answer which is given here. So it means that nothing is given here. So it means this is 10, this is 29. So 29 minus 10, it's equal to 19 millimeter. Got it? So this is the right answer. Question number 2, they're saying which measurements can be made using a micrometer screw gauge. For example, they have given 4 possible answers. The air pressure of a tire, no, for air pressure you cannot use micrometer screw gauge. The diameter of wire, yes, it can be. The turning effect of a spanner, no, turning effect needs force. And the distance, the wavelength of a microwave, no. So the answer is B, that is equal to the diameter of the wire. And we found the diameter of a ball in the theory part. Now question number 3, they're saying that a geologist compared the volume of 3 rocks X, Y, Z. 3 measuring cylinders contain different volumes of water. He places each rock into one of the measuring cylinder. Now you can see the diagram here. Without, please keep in your mind, without the rocks, what is the level of water in the measuring cylinder? Let's make it a little bit more clear. For example, if you see here, that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Exactly on 20. Got it? After that, when you added different rocks, then for example for X, what is the reading now? It's become 70. So what is the volume of the rock? 70 minus 20. Because before it was on 20, after putting the rock inside, the volume went to 70. So don't consider 70 is the volume of the rock. This is the volume of a rock plus the volume of the water. But if you want to find the only the volume of the rocks, you have to subtract them. 70 minus 20, it means 50 is the answer. Same things applies here. For example, if you see the reading here, what is the reading here? 20, 25, 26, 27. So what is the reading here? 27. And what's the reading here? 75, 76, 77, 78. So you have to subtract 78 from 27 and then you'll get the answer of this one. So now they have told you all these things. Now you see the third one. In third one, it is also here, it is on 33, and here it is 79. You have to subtract these two, find the volume for x, then you have to subtract these two, find the volume of y, you have to subtract these two, then you have to find the volume of z. When you find all these volumes, then you will get the answer which is more in volume, which is less in volume. Then you can easily arrange them. I'm leaving this is for you, you can solve it easily. If any problem, just write in the comment. Here again, this type of question we already discussed in a theory. For example, if you have to given these spheres and you have to find the diameter of one sphere, here what you have to see, first of all, please see the unit. What is the unit here? Centimeters. So centimeter, this the unit. For example, this is 0 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 15 centimeter. So now you're going to see this one. What is the starting point of from here? That is 4. Got it? This is 4. Now what is the ending point here? That is 11, 12. So it means 12 and this is 4. If you subtract them, so what the answer comes? 12 centimeter minus 4 centimeter, answer will be 8 centimeter. So total is 8. If I write here, what's the total length is 8 centimeter. Got it? Okay. After that, they are asking only for one sphere. They are not asking for all. So you have to divide 8 by the number of sphere. For example, what is that? Divided by how many? 4. If you do it, what is the answer you will get? 2 centimeter. Got it? So this is the right answer. 2 centimeters B. Again, see the initial point, see the final point, and if they ask for 1, you have to divide that one. Going to the next question, it's also easy. A cook wants to prepare some food to be cooked by 1:15 p.m. He uses an oven with an automatic timer that can be set to switch on and off certain times. The oven needs to be switched on for 2 hours and 10 minutes. At which time does the oven need to be switched on? Now you have to keep this in your mind. For example, if you want to cook that one, so you need how many hours? 2 hours and 10 minutes. Now you have to go back from here, because you need the food should be ready at 1:15 p.m. Got it? So you have to go back. If you go back from 1, so it will be 12:15, 11:15. That is 2 hours. Got it? If I write it here, so it means that it will be 11:15. Sorry, yes, that is PM. That is 2 hours, but they said that they need 2 hours 10 minutes. It means you have to go back more. So it will be 10 minutes more. So it will be, if you go from 15 back 10, so it means it will be 0.5. Got it? At this time you will start, but of course, sorry, it will become AM after that. So if like this, you can find the answer. Once again, they need a time 2 hours 10 minutes to food the cook, and when they need the food ready at this time, so you have to go back. So be careful when you are doing this one. Next question, which option contains only the apparatus that could be used to determine the volume of a small block of unknown material? Now you need the volume, and what is that block, and you don't know the material. You need the measuring cylinder, might be meter rule, can be, yes, because if the block is irregular, you can use measuring cylinder. If the block is regular, you can use the measuring tape, because in volume what you need, if it is regular shape, so you can length time width time height, you can find the volume. If irregular, you can use measuring cylinder. Here for measuring cylinder, okay, that can be fine, but stopwatch you don't need, find the volume. Got it? Meter rule you can find, okay, it can be used, but balance you don't need for the volume unless the density is not given. And same meter rule and stopwatch, no. So the answer can be the A. Move to the next question. Here it is quite easy. The diagram shows a measuring cylinder used to measure the volume of a small stone. So you have to find here the level without stone. For example, here you can see it is 10, but see the each line is not representing 1. Here 2, 4, 6, 8 and then 10. It means each line representing 2. So 12, 14, 16 and 18. What's reading here? 18. And here what you have here, 22, 24, 26. So here 26, here 18. So 26 minus 18, what is the answer you will get here? Can you check it? 26, 18, the answer will be 8, the first one. Got it? The stone, sorry for that. Okay. Now again here, as I told you, you have to see the bottom meniscus when you are going to find the answers. So you have to solve these questions also. And then the next question, again the top meniscus and the bottom meniscus are given here. You have to see these questions also, you have to solve them. And this question is given here by using, again here we are using the not only one, they are using the different balls here. When they're using the different balls, so they need volume for only one. Got it? For example, here what is the answer here? This is 45. Sorry, this is 40. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. 40 without ball. When you put that one, it will become 70. So what is the total volume of all the balls? That is 30. And how many balls are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 30 divided by 5, 6 answer. The answer is 1, because they need for only one ball, not for all the balls. Here they are going to see that is the minute, that is the second, and these are the milliseconds. So you have to find the answer from here. Just use the topic we have studied, like second, millisecond, and then we get the answer. Again, when you have any question like this, you have to see the starting point and you have to see the ending point. So what is the starting point? This is 50 seconds and 10 milliseconds. Okay, then same here you have. So now endings from here, if you want to see, so it will be quite possible that the answer will be less accurate. You have to see from here. For example, here what is 1? So start from here. If you want to just like go by second, so if you subtract this minutes and the second, what the answer you will get? For example, here 50 seconds, and what is here? 1 minute and 40 seconds, mean 50 seconds is added here. Again, this is 50. If you add 10 seconds, it's become 1 minute. If you add more 40 seconds, it's become the same thing here. So what is the answer? 50 seconds, because the other part 10 is same for both. So we have to subtract only these two. Same here, they're talking about the width of 2 points. Again, it's not at 0. See the starting point, this is beyond the 0 on this side. So what is the ending point here? 4, and this is 0. Let's see. So this is 4 for sure, and then you have to add on this side. Got it? Because if you use it other way, you will get the same answer. How? 0.2. So I will add that 0.2. Once again, if I'll do this one here, for example, if I want to do it here, I will do in this way. 4 minus, in the bracket I can write 0.2, but what is 0.2? It's also minus. Then after that, if I going to close the bracket, so I can find it here like this. When this minus minus they multiply with each other, they convert into plus. So I can write here, instead of minus I can write here plus. So 0.4, this is okay, the 4.0.2, it can be 4.2. got it? This is the width, sorry, the length, and the width of the same one, it is in different way here. So we got this is 4.2, this one, and then after that multiply by 3.5. when you multiply these two, so what the answer you will get here, we can do it. When we multiply these two, so what the answer we will get, that is 14.7 centimeters square, because it's the area. So like this question you are going to find in IGCSE regarding the measurements, so you have to keep all these things in your mind. Again, the unit, then the starting point, ending point, starting point, ending point, subtract them. But they have given a trick here. For example, in this part, they starting from beyond the zero, you will take it as a negative. Okay, from here, what's the starting point? Negative 0.2, and this is positive 4. You subtract them, negative, negative, positive. So all these things you should keep your mind. Same thing here, they are giving the different times. Please go through this one. If you have anything, I can write all the answers in the comments. You can check in through that one, but you have to go through this one. And the same thing here, you are going to, for example, this is the starting point of this can, it's rolling on this one. Here, see the what is the starting point. If you see the starting point, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means starting is 2. And what is the ending point here? That is 28, but it is twice. They said that it is making twice. For example, see here, this mark going and coming back here. So you have to take only this one, no need to confuse, because they have given you to confuse, because they need the diameter of only, circumference of only one, sorry, circumference, not the for 2 times. So here starting with 2 centimeter, ending with 15 minus 2, that is 13. So answer is 13 centimeter. I hope you understood the topic for today, and you will answer all the questions. For example, here this is 2.5, this is 6.5, 6.5 minus 2.5, the answer is 4. So these are the questions you will find in measurements. I hope you understood the lesson for today. This topic you can find in IGCSE, GCSE and O level, and this is the same thing you are going to do in all these different syllabus. But the main thing, you should be aware of all these tricks which are used by the examiner and the units, and how you're going to use these things. Please subscribe my channel for more videos, because we are going to start this series and we are going to finish all the syllabus for IGCSE physics and GCSE physics. Thank you very much.